For the British royal family, scandals are nothing new. The British royal family is like any other, even though they are plainly monarchs and heads of state. They each have dark secrets, unpleasant facts, and realities that they would rather keep hidden from the general public. Throughout all their generations, including recent ones, the royal family has had its share of secrets. But how dark are these secrets? How did they ruin their image? And what exactly could they be hiding that could be so horrifying if discovered? Well, in today's video, we will have a look at several unsettling and divisive royal family facts that might shock you when heard. So then, let's get started. 1. Queen Mother's debt. It is commonly known that the royal family has plenty of money. Every member of the family has an income of millions of dollars annually. However, they occasionally exceed their allotment, and the British taxpayers are responsible for making up the difference. The Queen Mother was once one of the most renowned royal spenders. She blew through so much cash that it was discovered she owed over $14 million when she passed away. Her yearly income was $1.4 million at the time, which wasn't enough to support her passion for paintings and racehorses. 2. Princess Diana depression. The world did not learn the truth about Princess Diana until after her death. She was renowned for her good deeds, grace, and beauty, but nobody knew that she kept some sinister skeletons in her closet. Her connection with Prince Charles was anything but a fairy tale. They both had affairs, which caused Princess Diana to experience severe melancholy. When she was expecting Prince William, things got so bad that she eventually flung herself down a flight of stairs. This incident happened immediately after Prince Charles and Camilla resumed their relationship. 3. Prince Charles and cash bribes. Prince Charles, the current king, has been discovered collecting enormous sums of money on multiple occasions in the past, which has made it contentious. In one scenario, he allegedly received hundreds of thousands of pounds in exchange for the contributor gaining British residency. In June 2022, it was discovered that he had collected 3 monetary gifts from a former Qatari prime minister, totaling €1 million each between 2011 and 2015. No one claims that any of these donations were improper, and it seems like the money went straight to the prince's charitable organizations. But why someone would gift to him in this manner is something you have to consider. And how many other people who haven't yet been revealed also did it. 4. Queen Elizabeth's cousins. Due to their disabilities, the cousins of Queen Elizabeth were kept secret. Elizabeth's first cousins were Nerissa and Catherine Bowes-Lyon. They were stashed away at the Royal Earlswood Institution for Mental Defects when they were 22 and 15 years old because they were both born with mental defects. To keep the girls' existence secret from the world, their family also reported them dead in 1961. Although Catherine and Queen Elizabeth were born in the same year, their families had little knowledge of how to deal with mental problems, so their lives were very different. 5. George, Duke of Kent scandals. The 4th child of King George V and Queen Mary was Prince George, the Duke of Kent. He was lower on the succession list, therefore, no one expected him to become king. He enlisted in the Royal Navy in the 1920s, and later began working for the government. He joined the Royal Air Force as an officer after taking on the title of Duke of Kent in 1934, and led a life that his family tried to hide from the public. There were reports of relationships with numerous men and women, and various sexual behaviors that were taboo at the time. Moreover, there were claims of illegitimate births and drug use, including morphine and cocaine. Similar to his older brother Edward VIII, he was also alleged to have ties to the Nazi dictatorship, which all combined to create one of the greatest royal mysteries in recent memory. He and 14 other people took an RAF flying boat on non-operational missions from Scotland to Iceland in 1942. However, The plane crashed in Scotland before taking off, killing only one passenger. Although several details of the story don't fit, George passed away at 39. In addition to an unidentified body at the crash scene, he was reportedly discovered carrying Swedish currency that would have been useless in Iceland. Was the accident intentionally staged to keep the Duke from bringing dishonor to the family? Or was he genuinely on a covert mission? 6. The Hidden Son. The tale of Prince John has been kept secret by the royal family for many years. If he had lived past 13, he would have been Queen Elizabeth II's uncle. Prince John was a healthy, happy baby who received lots of attention from his parents when he was born. That is, until he suffered a seizure and was subsequently given an epilepsy diagnosis. His family moved him away to live alone to keep his attacks from the public eye. Only his nurse and a male orderly were present. When he was 13, he lost the struggle with epilepsy, and his parents, King George and Queen Mary, did little to lament his passing. 7. Prince Philip's sisters were Nazis. Many royal family fans know that Prince Philip was born in Greece, and his family experienced numerous tragedies. When Philip's mother was given a schizophrenia diagnosis, his father and his lover relocated to Monte Carlo. Prince Philip was left alone when his sisters got married. Each of Prince Philip's sisters wed German princes, and over time they grew close to and affiliated with the Nazis. His sister Sophie wed a director of the Third Reich's Ministry of Air Forces, and his sister Cecilia and her husband joined the party. Karl Adolf was even the name given to one of Sophie's children. 8. King Edward VIII was also into the Nazis. The family's Nazi connections extended beyond Prince Philip. The Queen's uncle, King Edward VIII, was particularly close to and enamored of his German cousins. Everything was fine before Adolf Hitler rose to power in the 1920s and 1930s. A full-fledged route of destruction and devastation replaced the German economy's initial progress, and King Edward VIII seemed unconcerned about it. A few months after he and Wallis Simpson were married, the couple visited Nazi Germany in 1937. They arrived pretending to investigate labor conditions, but were met with the Nazi salute, and often gave it back. After that, they visited an SS Guard training facility, had dinner with Hermann Goering and Joseph Goebbels, and met with Hitler at his Berghof residence. 9. Richard III faced accusations of murdering his nephew. For a long time, royal historians have held that once their father, Edward IV, died, Richard III killed or had his two nephews killed. It is believed that Richard kept the Duke of York's younger brother Richard, Duke of York, and his 12-year-old brother, Edward V, in a tower. The boys' exact date and manner of death have never been established, and suspicions that the king or Sir James Tyrrell, one of his servants, murdered the boys remain unverified. In 1674, the tower's burial site revealed the lads' bodies. Over the years, pleas were made to examine an urn containing their bones, but the Queen always refused them. 10. Prince Charles may not be Prince Harry's father. In 1995, journalist Martin Basher spoke with Princess Diana for the BBC program Panorama. Diana confessed to having had a 5-year relationship with Major James Hewitt, a former cavalry officer in the British Army. In one of the conversation's more sensual moments, Hewitt's deployment for the Gulf War put their relationship to the test, and they eventually split up for good after news coverage exposed them. According to the media, Hewitt is allegedly Prince Harry's biological father. Numerous publications point up the significant red hair and comparable facial traits. Hewitt is adamant that the dates are incorrect. According to him, he and Diana did not start dating until after Harry was born. 11. Queen Victoria and Prince Albert. There are many jokes about royal families being inbred to maintain their position of authority and prevent the introduction of undesirable lineages. But some jokes have a little truth behind them and are not just rumors. At a celebration for her 17th birthday, in April of 1836, Queen Victoria first met Prince Albert. They fell in love at first sight. They were introduced by her uncle, Belgian King Leopold I, who also happened to be Prince Albert's uncle. Even though they were cousins, they reportedly fell in love immediately. But in the year after she acceded to the throne, she did so when they reconnected in October 1839, which was only the second time they had been together because it is against convention for someone to propose to a monarch. She later earned the moniker the Grandmother of Europe thanks to her 9 children and 42 grandchildren, many of whom married into foreign royalty. Well, the royal family appears to have many dark secrets throughout an entire succession line. This might be a shock to some of you, but one of the oldest monarchies in the world would surely have some unwanted skeletons in their closet. Anyway, what are your thoughts on the secrets and revelations we've seen in this video? Do they still deserve respect from the world, or should they be held accountable? But I guess we all have dark secrets, but unfortunately being in the limelight exposes them a lot faster, and it looks like the royal family has just been exposed. But before you go, smash like, hit subscribe, and see you next time.